quickly update on what I'm up to at the moment with the RCs. I'm making a reenactment of the bridge scene, crossing the bridge scene from the movie Sorcerer, which is a 1977 movie, so I'm trying to making some changes to FATBETTY to make it look more like the truck in the movie. It's not the same model of truck, but well, this is what I've got to work with. So what I've done obviously is taken the doors off, because in the movie the characters take the doors off. They're transporting explosives, so I guess they think they can jump out the door. Yep, so that's in there. They just unscrew in 3 bolts. The other thing I've done is put the deck back on. I think last time I had this out it was the logging truck, and I've put the supports for the canvas top, which is here. I haven't put the canvas top on yet. I've got these little things, bits of plastic here, a whole bunch of them. They are, I got some vice grips the other day for the workshop, and these were the backing from the packaging. They're plastic, but I think they kind of look a bit like those boards they stick under the truck's wheels to drive over, and in the movie the truck had a bunch of those along there, so I'll staple those on there, paint them up. The bucket 5 light bucket set's a cheap bucket set that I got for the possibly to use. I've got 2 of them, so it doesn't matter, to use on Wolf Spider, the 8x8. And these here are going to go on the roof of the truck. I'm currently building a wooden box thing out of scale plywood, 3-ply craft plywood. I think the boat builders use it, just got it from the local hobby shop. But I've got to put some lights across the front here. I'll break these off, they won't be like this, because the trucks in the movie here, the truck that Roy Snyder's driving has a canvas top, and it has a wooden roof slapped on top. I'm assuming the canvas top rotted out or something, because it's a monsoon type thing going on. So these will be across the top like that, and I'll paint this up with 5 drab paint, bit of used car oil to stain it and that to make it look crappy and old. So yeah, I'll put a whole bunch of lights on the front of this, like the trucks in the movie, and should be fun. This is the bridge that the truck will be crossing. It's a string bridge type thing made out of garden twine and jute. Staple gun stapled it together, and I'm going to suspend that between some pallets stacked up in the backyard will do. It won't be very high off the ground. I'll show you that right now actually. So there's one pole there, another pole there. I've got these supports just screwed in, tied up there. They're screwed into the back of the pallets, and these are just their logs, some of the logs I used on the logging truck video. So I'll string it up between these 2 and film it crossing the bridge, and yeah. So now it's finished as the character for the movie. Looks different, I reckon. Looks quite different. It's pretty cool. Here's some more props for the movie. These are little boxes I made. In the actual movie they contain the TNT with the nitroglycerin in it. These here were made out of popsicle sticks, and I just poured a bit of used car oil onto them here to stain them and weather them a little bit. So they'll go into the truck for the cutaways. So yeah, did that last night. We were over a few nights in front of the TV, cutting and gluing. So yep, hopefully we'll be filming today. This guy here, he's the driver. I pulled him out of this rig here. He's usually in there driving the slash base steel wrap trailer truck. So he's all dirty, so covered in mud. So that he will play the part of the character that's telling the driver where to go on the rope bridge. Hopefully, we'll see. So yep, that's about it as far as how I went about making it. I'm about to go and string up the rope bridge on between two pallets in the backyard, so we'll see how that pans out. So here's the bridge. You can see this end I've stapled the rope, garden twine actually, but you know, so it's stapled to the pallet, and these sticks here are holding the I don't know what these support cables I suppose you call them. And I'll tie them off to these things here, attached to the pallet. Just going to attach the other end here to this set of pallets, and hopefully it works, and hopefully the dog doesn't come over here and decide to jump all over it. Alright, so I've got the bridge set up, string up over between the two pallets. So that should be alright. Next will be throw a bit of dirt on to cover the pallet to cover up the rope there. It probably won't come up in the video, but might as well. Pretty close, I think. Close to filming time. So this is the video editor that I use. It's called VideoPad. It's no Adobe Premiere or Avid, but it's a pretty cheap software, less than $100, and it's more than adequate for YouTube videos. But basically what I did was, you can see here on the preview windows one of my shots there. Well, what I actually did is I took this laptop out and out in the backyard, and I was checking the original film shot by shot, and I would just frame my shots and replicate them as well as I could. Then once I'd done that, finished filming, dropped it all into the video editor here, and on this track down here, you probably can't see my mouse. This track here is the original film, and up here is the overlays I did. And along, touchscreen. Along the top here, I put in these markers for every cut in the scene. There's about 30 cuts, I think, over the 2 minutes. So if I turn off this layer here, you'll see the original movie footage here. So by turning the visibility of the layer off and on, I was able to match the cuts and the shots scene by scene. Then layered some audio on top from the original soundtrack, credits, that sort of thing, text. So that's pretty much how I did it. I did the edit in the computer. It was pretty much paint by numbers, and but I wanted to replicate the scene as best I could, and that meant matching all the shots and all the cuts and the edits and that sort of thing. And that's probably why there's so many cutaways of the guy's face in the truck. For example, if we go to this scene, it's a picture of the little man in the truck here, and if we go to the original movie, there's the Roy Snyder driving the truck, so that's why it was filmed and cut the way it was, to replicate the movie. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, actually. Yep, so that's how I made it, and yeah, it took quite a lot of time for a couple of minutes of footage, but you know, that's the nature of the beast. Yeah, I learned that sort of thing when I was doing 3D animation, and there's a lot of work goes into a very short time on screen, so yeah, that's to be expected. Anyway, here's a little bit of an insight into how I went about doing it and that sort of stuff, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you later.